Hey, this is Dr. Cody Sipe with another great functional fitness tip for you. If you aren't using resistance tubing in your workout, it's time to start. Resistance tubing is so versatile, you can do so much with it. It can do almost everything that a dumbbell can do and everything that a cable machine can do at the gym. So lots of things that you can do with it. It's cheap, it's lightweight and portable, you can take it with you wherever you go. So if you aren't making the most out of your resistance tubing, you need to start doing so. Now, if you're new to tubing, I'll give you a few pointers here. Okay, the resistance tubing typically comes in several colors, and the colors indicate the resistance level. So here I have red and green. So in this case, the red is a harder resistance level than the green. But each manufacturer has its own color scheme. So for another manufacturer, that might be reversed. I highly recommend that you get the ones with the handles. And this just has a basic handle. You can get a deluxe padded handle if you like. I just prefer the basic one because there's so much that you can do with this. So when you're using your tubing, okay, what you want to do is you want to find something that you can anchor it to, something solid like a pole or a stair rail or even a door. You can get a door anchor that'll just slip right into the door jamb and then has a loop of fabric sticking out so that you can put your tubing through it. That's a great way to anchor your tubing and then be able to move it around at different heights. And you definitely want to be able to move it around for a lot of the exercise movements that you're going to be performing. How do you anchor it? Well, there's several different ways to anchor it. If you're going to be doing an exercise that requires both handles, then you can fold the tubing in half, wrap it around the tube or the rail or the pole, whatever it is, okay? Stick the handles through the loop that you've made, okay, at the midsection of the tubing, and then simply pull through. And you'll see it'll then catch on, okay? Make sure that the handles are the same length, just straighten that up a little bit and you're good to go. If you need more distance and you're only going to use one handle at the same time, okay, if you're just going to use one arm, then you can wrap the tubing completely around and just feed one handle through the webbing of the other. And again, just pull it on through and it will clamp down and attach on. And now you have a really long handle. And of course you could do this with two of them and then have both arms at the same time. This gives you a lot more distance. So when you're working with tubing, the key is that you don't know exactly how to jump up in resistance or how to go down in resistance. So if you're using dumbbells, it's really easy, right? I've got a 10-pound dumbbell, let me move up to a 12 or 15-pound dumbbell, okay? Or let me move back to an 8-pound dumbbell. Kind of really easy to get. You don't have that luxury with tubing, so you have to be aware of how to adjust the tubing. When you first start your exercise movement, the tubing should be taut, okay? So if I'm doing a rowing and a pulling movement, okay, and I've got my arm sticking out as far as it's going to go, this tubing should not be all wiggly, okay? I should move back to the point where it's pulled taut. But if I move back even further and I pre-stretch the band, that's going to provide even more resistance. Okay, likewise, if I scoot in a little bit closer and don't pre-stretch the band as much, it's going to be lighter resistance. So you can either pre-stretch the band more in order to get more resistance out of it, or you can move up to a different tubing altogether, or you can double up the tubing. And you could actually hold both handles in one hand and then get twice the resistance out of it. So lots of different ways that you can use your tubing to adjust resistance to meet your level. But I'm telling you, if you're not using tubing in your workout, you need to. I use this for all varieties of clients, from those who are low level of fitness all the way up to people that are very, very athletic and very strong, because there's just so much more that you can get out of it than you typically can with body weight or dumbbell exercises. So add resistance tubing into your workout, and that's your functional fitness tip.